About the time I was finishing high school, Gail Clement and Von Walker and Dad and Von had all been in a potato business. The Ball brothers, they felt like potato had more potential.
A couple of young men, Ross and Gail Clement, that were very innovative, very forward-looking, decided they were going to build a processing plant to make what they call potato flakes. It was a big deal. That's how Simplot got his start.
Ross had heard about J.R. Simplot, and he kind of started the dehydrated potato business in this area anyway. And he'd thrown a couple of drums in and was making flakes and selling them in a flake market and to the Army.
The process of dehydrating potatoes come about from World War II and the need to get food to the troops, and you couldn't ship fresh food that far, it would spoil. Well, Dad and Ross had a potato warehouse in Louisville. They would ship fresh potatoes, but you always have the off-grade potatoes, the cold potatoes as we would refer to them. And it was always a trouble getting rid of those.
Ross says, why don't we throw a drum in and stop throwing this process away? There's got to be some more value to it than just cattle feed.
Of course, they didn't have the funds to start a business like that, so they went all everywhere they could, to relatives, to local people.
The Ellsworths, the Balls, the Walkers, the Taylors.
They offered investments of $10,000 to anyone else that wanted to, and they came to my grandpa because he had loaned them $10,000 once before, but for some reason he didn't want to invest in it. One of those decisions we all look back on with wondering why we did that.
Warren Denning was the manager of Roger Brothers. Dad would go down behind Rogers Brothers in the car, and I'd be with him. And Warren Denning would talk about building a new plant in Louisville. He got a drafting board on site and was able to draw the plans right there on site. And that was the beginning of Idaho Fresh Pack.
When Fresh Pack opened, they had a grand opening and they invited people from all over to come and tour the Fresh Pack. You know, this is a brand new thing in Louisville. And they asked my mother to oversee the food that was served to this open house. It wasn't just cookies and punch, it was a dinner. And she did that a lot. She was able to organize and get people to work and do stuff like that. Mom was amazing.
So we're gonna make sure we wash our hands. We got our earplugs all the way in. All the PPE is ready to go.
So we're about 350 employees here at the Louisville facility.
So all of our potatoes are locally sourced, and everyone that runs through all of our facilities comes from the great state of Idaho. It was really a big kitchen. We process our potatoes the same way that you would at home. We wash them, we peel them, we cook them, and then the biggest difference is we take the water out and dehydrate them.
We're going to see lots of forklift traffic in here, so keep an eye out, okay?
The 3 plants are located in Louisville, where we're sitting currently. That's our oldest facility. That's the one that started the company. We have a facility 13 miles away in Idaho Falls, and then also a factory in Rupert, Idaho.
We take the potatoes that production has dried, we dump them into our equipment and add some flavoring to them to make them buttery home style or roasted garlic or loaded baked. The one unique thing about Louisville is we package 100% of our food service items for Idahoan and 25% of the retail items.
Really, the team works a million miracles a day to produce the great potatoes we do in this factory.
This factory, when I started here 13 years ago, was doing all of our retail. As we've grown our product base, we've been able to expand our other facilities.
At the Louisville facility, we process a little bit under 1 million pounds of potatoes a day when we're running. That equates to roughly 20 semis of potatoes a day. You can find us pretty much at every traditional retailer that's out there. Walmart's, Kroger's, Albertsons of the world.